Well, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think between? I pretty much already know this answer.
Our toss-up of the day, the two head-to-head games.
The head-to-head, you know, between Battlefield and Call of Duty. You know, what do you guys recommend?
All right. Well, I'll start off by saying I'm gonna go ahead and pick Battlefield Bad Company 2, just for the fact that Battlefield Bad Company 2 came out with the beta. Another reason, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 still has glitches on it. You have the suicide bomber glitch, where somebody has the javelin, and basically you can just run into somebody and you'll blow up somehow.
Push out of the map and be able to slam,
They have tons of glitches that still haven't been patched. With Infinity Ward being bought out by Activision, who knows when that's going to be fixed.
Whatever the fuck,
Which is probably the dumbest move ever done.
Well, it was copyright, like some kind of copyright infringement that happened. So I mean,
granted, I haven't played the campaign yet on Battlefield Bad Company 2. I will give the fact that the Modern Warfare 2 campaign was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Granted, I don't know if we'll ever see another Modern Warfare for the fact that it might be another Duke Nukem case where 3D Games doesn't want to give up the rights to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, who knows what we're going to see 3 years down the road. Battlefield Bad Company, you can actually talk in private chat in all your game modes.
So much.
I don't know why you can't do that in Call of Duty 2. Whoever decided that.
Instead, you guys mute everybody. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go with Battlefield Bad Company. Just like everybody knows in Call of Duty, the biggest thing that people hate besides glitches is people that camp. I mean, I'm sure you can at least agree with that.
For sure. I mean, for both of them, but you know,
but the cool thing about Battlefield is there's vehicles, which also means if you're camping in a building and somebody hits you with an airstrike or even a tank,
I mean,
you're screwed.
You're screwed. Which is the coolest thing. That's so cool.
Because I mean, you could be walking by and a helicopter just crashes right in front of you.
There's an achievement for actually doing that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's the coolest thing I loved about Battlefield.
I mean, granted, you can camp in Battlefield Bad Company 2, but then you can destroy where they're camping in.
There's also a hub kind of that shows you where there are, like if somebody's sniping, it actually show like a red arrow above them eventually. Yeah. So it kind of spots them out. But
yeah, that was one of the coolest things that I loved about Battlefield Bad Company 1 was was definitely the vehicles. The guns, it wasn't really a big deal to me. They were, you know, it's the same comparison. They're both in the same ballpark on the weapons they use. But I definitely did like the vehicles. World at War to me was a failed attempt at trying to, because to me World at War was basically they realized that Battlefield is starting to catch up with them and that they need to start coming out with a different
type of game,
different way to reach out to more people. And to me, I mean
that's like them and their like music games. I mean, how many guitarios,
how many rock bands, SingStar, Rock Revolution, whatever, it's anyway. But yeah, cool. That was the thing I love about Battlefield Bad Company. Vehicles were always fun. I mean, to me, it's not really. I mean, to me, Call of Duty is way more tactical. It's more about strategy. It's all about that. With Battlefield Bad Company, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, even if you go in the game alone, you could just completely dominate. You get in a tank,
I mean, you don't have to be in a squad.
I mean, I remember
friends.
Right. I mean, I remember in Battlefield 1943 when we picked up a lot of our players. They were in there solo, just in tanks, destroying people. You know?
I mean, we had a couple people who literally that's all they did was destroy people in tanks, and
airplanes and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cool thing. I mean, adding vehicles in there is definitely a big feature. It does get bored just running around on a map for a long time. I mean, it also does suck though getting blown up. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Well, I have to be the one who just changes things up. I'm going to go with Call of Duty for one reason. The first one was so good that it hyped up the second one, and it sold a crap load. I mean, it made over $1 million.
All three of us here stood in line.
Single player was great. I mean, the multiplayer was fun, don't get me wrong. The only thing that's better than Battlefield is the fact that it's a lot more freer. You can definitely go around. You can have fun. Go about. And like you guys said, go around in a vehicle. If somebody's sniping, you can't. You're like, fuck, I can't kill him. Because he keeps. Predator missile. Keep camping.
Right. Yeah.
But the one good thing about EA, one good thing I guess, is the fact that.
Final words.
I mean, I'd probably say, like, I'd probably go with StarCraft 2's beta coming out. I really am pretty psyched about that. I'm not a really big StarCraft fan, but it's been like 10 years since, StarCraft came out, so.
Yeah.
Probably the other thing would probably be GameGavel.com. It's eBay pretty much, except for it's like classic arcade games and stuff like that. It's definitely a way to go. So go check it out on our website. But that's where I shop now, and I love it.
What about you?
I've got two actually.
Right.
Mine goes to Duke Nukem Forever. I will still always continue forever to hope that you will come out.
Duke Nukem is now sponsored by EA.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my second one goes out to JR Game Exchange. Thank you for closing.
When did they close?
They closed about a month
soon?
or two ago, but thank God, because that had to be the worst ran game shop I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can check them out on the web if they're even there.
No. My final words for this week. Rare's trying to make a bounce back off their shitty game of Banjo-Kazooie. Killer Instinct 3.
I don't know. Rare fucked up once. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They can't mess up a fighting game unless they pull a midway.
Yeah. I mean.
Besides that, my other thing is GameStop still rapes you on your trade, so please keep trading.
You want to buy, a game for $60 trade, and the next day it's about $12.
It's about $12. But I'm Mike McKelvey. My other two teammates, Marshall McKelvey and Taylor Redigan, and see you next time on the
Superbit Sunday.
Yeah.